Yes, what is it? Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing, but there's something else. The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting. Honest. Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind only a strange... The mother of humanism. There's some tear.
Hello again. Hello again. Sure, what's on your mind? But of course.
The trap is filled. Pause.
Hello again.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Goodbye. Hi again. So, how are things going? Goodbye, officer. Hi again. So, how are things...
A number of things don't. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak, the one with the large head, seen their would-be leader, is less amused.
What things?
He senses something is wrong.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's...
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in a nodic...
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
No shit. That's... Come on, that's... It's not. What do you mean?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Or else?
Okay, man. Okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Weathershire.
Because we do!
We just need to turn it into a...
To get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty. No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would all...
But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel...
Whatever you think is right, sir. But please...
This is it. Judgment time.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance. There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful.
Okay. We'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but.
From here on, it'll be straight all...
Goodbye.
The large head.
Incremental progress!
Huh? I see you here.
Hello again. I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I know. I should have been able to control them. And I will. May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Yes, what is it?
The mother of humanism stands up.
Hello, mister. Yes. They look the same. They look... Bye!
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid. Wait. What if this is the fishing rod situation all over again? Fine. It's not a phasmid. It's not even organic. Just a fire iron resting by the fireplace. But where's your sense of wonder, man? The scruffy-haired little boy. The scruffy-haired little boy.
Our tenant, the policeman.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
Uncle.
There's no waking.
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss and...
Tequila sunset.
Everything's...
It is such a...
Vigilance officer.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno does.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later, Corporal. Amuse you.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
The man pondered.
Hey, was there... No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
It's for the... It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of '44. A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my...
Oh yeah, time to do...
Again? I can't...
Yes? What?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us? You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others.
Well, let's hear it.
He's not alarmed by the sudden. This goes without saying. But nonetheless, don't give out his name.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and...
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brat.
Yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before...
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
That means absolutely nothing to me.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from...
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more...
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't...
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Great.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big...
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy.
Yes, but that just sends everyone else to Jamrock, doesn't it?
Boo fucking who? People will...
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about.
Theoretically, of course.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
My answer is... fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th.
And here we go.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's...
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Yeah, my friend.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army.
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ester 50s, Zeelagers. I guess we're gonna see.
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to... What do you mean, okay?
No, they won't. Get out of here.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that. It's you again. What is it?
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, you believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men.
Huh? You got a problem with beer?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for...
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me?
Don't let him drink that. One more push, quick.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect.
If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of...
What is her name?
Gracia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one.
Shit. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
It's you again. What is it?
As you believe the...
Huh? You gotta...
Not quite there yet.
You saying...
They don't know, man.
Congratulations.
So...
Don't let him drink that. One more...
Titus?
You wanna... If you...
What is it?
Glacia.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop. You... Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship.
Something is off here.
Was like that karaoke incident.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again.
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe?
Here you go, boss.
I know her.
How well do you?
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
You mean Revachol? Nah. She's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie.
Titus gives them both a look. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this.
What do you think I meant? Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it? No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details of that.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with it. He's doing a good job here.
You don't know her. Not the way I do. Remember what I said. Freight train up.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
The door is
Who is it?
tired, controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top. It's been used quite a lot. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian. The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricots. This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious... I don't know. The further we get, the more the vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic...
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Nice. I don't know about...
Where the ripe corpse of a man still lies. The woman doesn't flinch, but there is something in her light brown eyes. A sadness.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
I am Kim Kitsuragi. I am a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
This does not come as good news to him.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer? Like riding a copper-cycle.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was...
Oh, I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Yeah, it's pretty deluxe. I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
The bills downstairs concur.
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol? Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. I'm
How long?
About 4.
The bills...
Here in the Whirling, here in... I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go. I'm really not.
How long?
About
The bills...
Here in the Whirling, I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. And she isn't really hiding it either.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
What did you say? Oh my god. Now it's turning into narcomania. It's got to be serious if it's 2 words. I'm sorry. Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments. Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically. Very funky.
What was that? Funky Town?
I have no idea, officer. Believe me, you don't want to get into that shit. No. You've got it bad as it is. Okay. Clausier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent.
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate. A bad memory, officer. Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
Sooner or later, everyone does. I'm 28. Something stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world. That's the natural state of the Revacholian hero.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems...
Nothing. I do nothing with it. Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile.
I'm afraid you can't.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river. If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream...
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Okie doke.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her...
The record. So fish... Yeah? All right. Why not?
You made the right call there. It feels... I'm talking about your zero-tolerance policy toward the mania of narco. You're in the right there. Powerful stance. Yes, you're pure. Unravaged by narco. Of course, it's pretty obvious you've done a lot of drugs in the past. Of course not. You've always been anti-narco militant material. You kept her off a dark course with that interjection. Are you ready to...
That's good to hear.
Officer, it's a fine day. Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Something difficult? Officer, it's a fine day for questions. Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one? By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Is it? It is afternoon. Time flew. Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more,
By they?
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were a...
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier. Pretty much.
Warming them.
We partied. With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't. In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here. Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been? Oh yes. I have multiple viewpoints.
A bitter cringe. He takes a small...
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called.
Tearing off his armor, demeaning him.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I don't know.
Thank you for making the call.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't...
You won't be down there long, miss. We will move the body to the morgue soon.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about it.
I know it's difficult.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine. You don't want to know.
She dips the cigarette in the lightest flame, and in...
I can see the similarity, yes.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here.
And his role in the strike was...
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean.
And they lynched him?
She nods.
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical...
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may head...
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
She looks back.
Officer, it's a fine day for...
She looks back.
Officer, it's a...
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. bad news for you. You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you too. Me? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore. Believe it. There's no way of knowing. At the moment, all of bullshit, man. I ain't compromised, especially that guy. That guy's the most... No fucking way, man. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Soft. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature. How it always does. Through subtlety. There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. No. It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not? I think it's safe to assume, yes, Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be peons to her. She is a lady, most. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too. A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her. Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with Miss Orange Disco Dancer here. You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised. Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this. For a second, her face disappears from your cornea. Still smiling, a tired smile. Some kind of superstar.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called hardy boys. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
The same small, heavy door. No lock. The stage is all set up for your performance. You feel a little
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
I can see that.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sit? There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the... Yes, you can always do it in the evening.
Hey, was there...
Again? I can't...
Yes? What?
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
I've got nothing to say to you.
It's you again. What is it? Fuck! I knew that fucking whore.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about...
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down. And she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. And you went and pushed her.
Titus Hardy!
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Frankly, it's a bit... Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me these soldiers...
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters. A mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point,
What's on it? We call it the door gunner mag...
Now that is intriguing. You had me at door gunner.
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug...
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
Yeah, like you have one. Smart ass. We have machines. We're in logistics.
Understood? You've listened in on their
Since way before.
Things got nice and quiet after...
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some
You don't care about evidence.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about...
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't...
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now...
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you...
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe...
just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus. You push, command set, and the tape starts spinning.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore up. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your portereel. The tape stops.
End of recording. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. Still.
There's more going on here than we know.
Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Missed a village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad, who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer.
A symbol of soldier of the...
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her.
As you take out the tape, the contrast feels chilly.
It's you again. What is it? Smart boy. You go do...
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
She puts her coffee cup. This does not surprise.
Did he? I never said he was a good man. Or that...
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased. Recorded via a de-encryption station. It's
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style? Yeah. That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Koh-Holly style? He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little cohoi. It wasn't his everything. No, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, and then had to internalize them to keep on living, until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for? Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. It was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality. Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi.
She wouldn't. She doesn't.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed...
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask her.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Like, for example...
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed, the last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
In Oranje, officer. It's,
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together...
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too. He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no, we even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something. Well,
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
No. Okay, sure. Here you go. What else are we missing, officer?
Oh, that. Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and all. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them. Oh yeah. No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic. Why do you ask? Well, it's wrong. He had too many drinks to down and too many...
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK.
It very well could... What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean? That's not funny, officer.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. There. She momentarily lost control over straight back.
Of course I do. I'm hungover. I feel guilty about everything.
Do you feel guilty about what happened to him?
Among many other things, yes. I could have done something. There's always something.
What is this? An interrogation? You didn't tell her this was going to be an interrogation.
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol?
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help.
A moment ago it was love. And no, I don't think the Union is communist. They're a couple of shades pinker. They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about?
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know. You could blame her. A little. It was a pretty straight... The lieutenant blinks. All right, let's see where this is going.
Cool. Good for you.
What do you think it will tell us?
I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be?
Is she avoiding anything? Technically not. Come on, man. Listen. You can't...
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Wait. Stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 40 below the damage. the weeks of decomposition. Or how old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to fall. Look who's finally awake.
I don't know. 1, 2. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How old is a newborn cop who doesn't remember he's a cop?
You're not.
Sure he is. You know, age is just a...
Yes, but for him that number is higher than 45.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements. To the laboratorium.
Yes? What is it?
It's you again. What is it? And that fucking fucker. You're the worst cop.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good. All right. Oh, fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. Fucking.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
handled him? She got into some stupid shit.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Yeah, maybe. I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. Is meant to...
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember. I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. Next time you see her, tell her.
This is the petulant rage of someone...
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Yeah. What is this quiet funeral shit?
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. But you know someone who might. Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their...
Huh?
He'll get it. Go on.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Goddamn right. This is Union Town. You work for the company, we...
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor works for the...
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler?
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions. He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
So there was a wound. You should try looking for it one more time before you send the body away.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus. We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged. Me too. Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Tibbs. That's short for?
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's name, Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. They can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from. They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be good.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue. I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years of bad blood, probably. Or, tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I was...
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away.
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message. Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway. Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to. You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like...
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Hey, was that...
The man is decomposed. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent. The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track. The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. You see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost, an abrasion collar. This is what we're after. Kuno nods, too. He takes a step closer. A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. The bullet has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake. Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The undulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet. The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Quivering with awe. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. This must be the bullet. You pick the sharp metal bullet between your index and middle finger. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just... The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize, but with a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower. A blossom made of lead.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his...
A non-calibre rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact. Of course, you've earned it. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound? Opinion, fatal injury. And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3, ligament mark. Treatment. It's obvious the Hardy Boys tampered with it. I had my doubts. There were no signs of a struggle on his hands, no claw marks on his neck. But still.
His brow furrows, while his eyes glaze over. The lieutenant looks regretful for not figuring this out before.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening. We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
The word lingers in the air of the yard. Far away, dogs are barking. Further yet, the sound of motor traffic. Detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
All right. I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Now it's turning into a...
It's you again. What is it?
Again? I can't.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate. To be...
Yes, you're just one room away.
Good, yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what you were doing before you blacked out.
I was. It was the night before I saw you in the hallway, and reminded you you're a police officer.
The date of your re-entry into the fossil record.
Wow. That's some Croatian myth stuff right there. Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often. There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music. I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Then, doesn't life get hard because we go on?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Yes, it was very cool.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped. And furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it. No problem, sir. I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
I didn't lie. Not a lot. I've done my absolute best not to. I just...
'Tis true. The lady hath tried to... Come on. She lied through her teeth, and...
It was a mistake. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into. You're right. There's more. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern. You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business, but bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will kill me, officer. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked. People after her. Moral intern people. This isn't Orionese lit. Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard.
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene. It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol. Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting. The job was Louisdouen County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Louis-Scop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Louis-Scop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me. Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with.
That can wait. Look into her eyes.
One of them killed themselves because of me.
She says it quickly, like she said it 100 times, out of guilt.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it? That would do the trick, yes. We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came. So am I.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight. Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things.
This doesn't fit with the testimony of Titus Hardy. He said she was higher than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head. No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection.
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets. Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong. Ruby, you know, the leader, the Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like...
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power.
Why not? Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower.
They tampered with the body to disguise the cause of death.
Yes. Ruby said the blood in him would look like a hanging. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. I don't know. I haven't seen...
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't. It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Glacia.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding. What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it.
She's getting scared now. Of you. The downstairs people. All of it.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told...
True, sire. 'Tis true.
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor. Like what? That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me. I just don't know. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from Luskop. They don't fuck things like this up. Because I'm an idiot.
Idiot? She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making...
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moved.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. Oh God. That was a lie too. She did, of course.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called...
You should have a look at that window. Reconstruct the scene. It's right here. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye. She nods. So, you're not done. She's a flight risk, and she lied to you. Wake up, man. As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all. If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate. She's silent, holding on to her. Remember this silence. The lady, it appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me, or that it was easier that way. I don't know.
Real as anything. You do not know. A wind of needles. Airships fluttering. Who knows? It's getting cold out. You should go.
Officer.
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correct. Yes, start at the top. Choose. See?
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith, a fake passport and visa, given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there. It's useless. You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest. It's Katarzyna Elysium.
It's a Grad name. Jims or Yugo Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil. Tiger. Economic best. It also makes Clausia almost an alacronym for Katarzyna Elysium.
It was a sentimental thing. I want it to be more me here.
A nickname. Who gave you this nickname, Claus?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago. My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Elysium is my father's name.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for she nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
I did. What is this? I called your desk. There was an older woman on the other end.
That is the emergency's desk. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk.
I can give you the time, too. It was late. After midnight.
She sounds like you sense a little hesitation there. Welcome to the wake-up club, brother. She slowly lights another. You are. This is not the end of this.